You guys might be wondering, the fuck? Like, the New Hope Princely podcast? Like, you don't put effort into it. This time it's different. When I heard R1 say New Hope for Hope Foundation, what I mean is, this is why it's going to be called, this is Princely Podcast, the list. Okay? This is called New Hope. The reason it's called New Hope is because this character was named Archie. This guy was originally, let me check something real quick. Let me make sure the internet's good. Okay, it might be a delay. That's okay, I can accept delays. Princely wasn't Princely. Archie wasn't Archie. This guy, he didn't care about the game. All I did was come into the game, sit in the Rift all day, let people talk all their mad doo-doo, and do their stuff. Alright? That's usually, I really never cared about the game at first, but then this is what happened. I started trying a little bit, you know? Of like, oh, okay, I'm going to do anything for a price. I didn't do things for a price. My price, I was an Odachi at that time. I just had like these type of like weapons, and I just used them, slammed them down. Swear, I just like had this one Ogai skill, one weapon, and just Odachi Megatamas, and that's it. Swear, that's all I had, guys. Odachi Megatamas, not 1 of 5, just regular Odachi Megatamas. Didn't know they were. Didn't know anything about the game. Just slammed them on there. Said I'm just gonna do whatever, basically. The straight up truth. And I went in there, and I was like, boom, okay, that's what I did. I just, like, for at least like a year or probably like 6 months. Year or 6 months. Why I'm telling you year or 6 months? Because another 6 months, high level players back in the day that considered, like, now they're considered like, high level players are dicks, or high level players are kind of low players levels are just It was toxic way back then. And there's high level players who just took an interest in what I had and just like, hey, let me just help you. And it was just a 24/7 thing. People just did things out of boredom, and that's how exactly it was. It was an amazing feeling because people were just helping people just to help people. There was no price, there's no those things. There was just helping people, and when nobody was getting irritated at each other, nobody was just like, it was kind of like two different communities, believe it or not. There's actually a high tier, there was actually way back then high tier community. High tier players only expect the high tier players, but the people who didn't were either the high tier people who are stronger than the higher tier people. So they're the strongest people who are helping low people get stronger and become like them. They wanted people who are nice. I love help. I actually do too. But the thing is, I've been like, my reasons are different. I like helping people so they can get stronger than me, and just helping people just to help, just to see how it goes. But I've also like, I needed it like sometimes as a distraction, and maybe those are all the wrong reasons. But whenever I've like, there's certain people who've gotten stronger, but it's just the thing is when I gave them newfound knowledge, they became amazing. They actually took my advice and they become great characters, and some don't. And you know what? That's just life. It's just like just the motion of a truck, you know? Eventually you give them an engine, and sometimes they take the engine and run off with it, make it something better, make it it's not gonna really run well. It's gonna be like right, it's just gonna fail and keep on going. It's gonna be so frustrated it's gonna leave. But you give a new engine to like a new car, it's gonna do amazing things. It can teach you something different than anything in the whole world. That's why I've always tried to, like, you know, I like it, you know what I mean? So you give that car the new engine, and they sail off. They're just going, right? They're going, they're pushing, and they ask you, hey, can you help me? I just need this little favor, and I can sail off from here. I was like, okay, you know what? I got you. I'll do you a little favor. I got you. I'll help you, right? So it's like, you're looking up there, you're like, okay, you know, he's getting, whoa, like, you're just like, dang, what was I doing? Like, this is pretty different and cool at the same time. Whoa, okay, so he's getting stronger. Motivates you to get stronger. And that's how I've always, like, kind of done it too. I know I've always just said events help me get stronger, but I've had other reasons too. I get, like, strong off a lot of things. So you guys might be like, so where are you going with this? It's just like, it's not where I'm going, to be honest. It's when I'm going, right? It might be confusing, but it's when I'm going. It's like, when am I gonna make you guys actually click and understand what I'm saying? I can't make you guys click. I'm not gonna force you guys, because you gotta make it feel on your own. You gotta actually want it on your own. I can't make you guys want to do something. You gotta make yourself feel like you want to do something. Either want to get the 105s, or either get Xiaomi or Mirai to start you off. Yeah, Xiaomi was a thing where it just started you off, or Mirai where, you know, you can take that into your build, start you off, and then get the 105s. But only you can get to that type of point where it's like, I want to get better than what I am. This character, I could say like probably a good, what, man, I think some good hundreds on it, right? I can say that much. I know I was spending like 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I should be honest, like it was a good hundreds. And it's not about bragging, it's about, let's be honest here, you guys, people out here are just kind of like stuck, right? If you guys ever had that feeling where it's just like, I want to do something but I don't feel like it, then you gotta want to make yourself kind of pop, make yourself want to like just snap, you know what I mean? Snap into something different. If the old method isn't working, obviously, it's like this saying, if you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over and over, that's a definition of insanity, because you're doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I really didn't know, you know. I was just like everybody else. I kept on trying to do something, you know what I mean? But I had a mentor, and I'm glad every day, you know what I mean? I'm bringing him up 24/7, but that's only because if I didn't, it'd be myself. I had a mentor down the line, and he was an amazing mentor, and he pushed me to become stronger. Now, it's like, one spark could set off everything, right? If I spark the if I spark the ground, and then that spark jumps onto the gasoline trail, that fire will start as a blazing trail, coming all the way down, following whatever it's supposed to, right? That's true. But if I don't give anybody a spark, if I don't try to make anybody spark, if I don't make a spark, you're not gonna do anything. You know what I mean? And I've noticed that when I put out my Prince of the Podcast like type of videos, let's be honest here, right? If I put out my Prince of the Podcast videos, they're good to hang out and do anything and chill and to like just relax and everything, just have fun. And I'm okay with that. I'm really okay with that. But if you guys want anything out of me, like, you know, help, anything, you know, just, let's just be honest, like, you know, information, little tips and tricks, just something to help you start, then you gotta ask, you know what I mean? I can't give you guys information if I don't know what you need, you know what I mean? Or if you don't know what you're looking for, then like start off with something just really basic from the straight up beginning, like in the beginning of the game, like a basic question. Let me help you here, let me help you. How do I get stronger? Now, that's a question that a lot of people ask, right? This is a problem. You ask like the right certain people, they give you like weird answers, they give you the right answers. I'll give you an answer. How do you get stronger is mostly finding out, right? You're like, okay, that's just a shabby answer. Understandable. Okay, cool. That's a shabby answer for you guys. You gotta find out. Okay, that's what everybody says. That's what everybody tells me. Because we can't start you off with like, if I gave you a most powerful weapon ever, if I gave you the most powerful weapon ever, let's just start off with me just saying white brilliance. I give you white brilliance, right? What would you put on their skill? Like, what would you put out for the skills, the guys, and all that stuff? What would you put on it? Like, really ask yourself that question. If you come here from the future, the present, anytime, what would you guys, if you stop by in the future or the present, what would you guys put on white brilliance? If you don't know what that is, then let me put this in a better picture. Let me put this, I'll start the game. Start the game right here. I go somewhere. It's a white flash, but in a stronger version, right? In a way stronger version. I'll even put it in this detail. What would you guys put on my white flash? What would you guys put on it? Ask yourself these questions before you even have a weapon. Ask yourself questions before you even have something. Ask questions to anybody. Because once you ask that question, you get that spark. You get something so mind-blowing you don't even know it. I asked, like, believe it or not, even as a high-tier player, or let's say, I don't want to say high-tier player, I said mid-tier, it doesn't really matter. As a player with Fused, right, I ask questions to anybody. Whether it be Vlads, whether it be people who are close to me, whether it be anybody. I ask 24/7. I get worked up, but I ask 24/7 people questions like, why, like, what do I need? You know what I mean? And I ask these questions is because they have a different perspective, or they can help start a spark that I don't have. You know what I mean? I'm asking these questions because it needs to be asked, or it has to be asked, and I want to start that spark for you. I will start asking these questions for you guys because I want you guys to see a different point of view, and that's just the way it has to be. You know what I mean? I ask these questions because you guys probably don't know what you're looking for unless someone asks you guys the questions and start your own spark. Or maybe if you ask me a question, I give you guys the spark. I don't care. I got him back into it. But once he started asking me questions, he had his own spark. He had his own spark. He had his own thing. He went in. He was ready. He was like, you know what? Archie kind of pushed me, and then now I'm pushing myself. That's what he says. It's like, maybe I may be wrong. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going with this flow. He pushed himself into doing it after he asked his one question about Unagiri or anything. That's what he did. You know, he asked his own question. And then I asked him his question. And you know what I mean? We just keep on going back and forth. He started that spark and building up more and more and turning into a flame of, like, beautiful. It's beautiful. Seth is a bow user. He's amazing. And you know what? I can't help him 24/7. But you know who can help him? He asks around. He asks other people. He goes and creates other stuff in his own head, because if he's seen what he could do, he's not limited. He sees that, and now he's like keeps on rolling down, and he's just like his gears in his brain is working differently than it was before. Now, I ask you guys, okay, what would you put on a white flash? You guys like, you know, why is that important? It's important because if I gave you this, but a better version of itself, right? It's glowing. What you guys would put on this weapon? You gotta ask yourself, what would you put on this weapon? Is it only limited to holy and ice? I mean, holy and, wow, that was horrible. Holy and lightning? Do you have any other things you could put on it? Let me even go off a basic weapon. Screw it, you know? What would you put on white flash? What would you put on flame test? Depending on what class you are, what would you put on it? What would you, what one of fives, you know, would you have for your character? Why all these questions am I asking this? Because I am up to this point where it's like, I want you guys to have a new hope. I want you guys to be like, this game has frustrated me. Like, yeah, I want you guys to be frustrated. I want you guys to be mad. I want you to get tired. Because when you get tired, that's how you know you can push yourself harder. When you get to that moment of tiredness and just angered, you get so fed up, you gotta want to push yourself. Because if you don't want to push yourself, then how can I help you? You guys gotta want to ask those questions, because I can't force those questions out of you. You guys have to find the new hope that's been waiting for you guys to find. And if you don't want to play that game like that, then hey, that's you. I understand, but I'm at a stage where I feel like I can give you guys hope if you ask the right questions, because I can help find those answers. I can help build in a way. I have a different maybe perspective to help you on. New hope isn't always about, you know what I mean, like, okay, New Hope wasn't built from straight up positive energy. It's actually built from negative then positive. Why? Because you don't know. Let's get realistic here. Without, like, if you guys didn't know what death was, you wouldn't know how meaningful life is. Repeat that one more time. Without death, you wouldn't know how meaningful life is. It's a true statement. Because the more older you get, the more approaching you get, you start wanting to do more wild things. You want to start living life up to the beginning. And some people are different. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to live life all the way from this moment to that next last breath of mine. That's how some people are. And now I'm just it maybe don't have to be all that deep, but the same thing is, that's what I'm getting with my thing is negative. You have to know where the negative comes from. Build off the negative to make it the positive, basically. That's why I have my statement is death makes life so much more meaningful. You build out that negative, you make the positive, you make it something growthful. You get to that point where you just start snapping all that unnecessary and you just start putting everything to your grind, your anger, your hate, your frustration, all that. And I'm not trying to make a whole, oh yeah, you know, she's just trying to make a whole like positive speech, build up video. No, I'm not that type of guy. Sorry, I just tell what I feel. When I had my New Hope video, yeah, I know it's like, oh, well, did he just say all this like amazing stuff or try to build us up? No, I'm getting honest with you guys. That's how I started. How I started was I had a spark. Someone helped my spark grow into a flame. And I want to help that for you guys. And I won't be probably like this to you guys. You know, I'll be like more straightforward, like, hey, this is missing, this is missing, this is missing. Or, hey, you gotta find this out and it'll help you build up from what you are now. Because if you want all the answers, then why play the game? Like, if I knew the ending of, what's a good game? What's a good game to go with? What's a good game? So it's like the new, so you buy a new game, right? You buy Spider-Man. Let's go with Spider-Man. You buy Spider-Man. If you don't like Spider-Man, then think of a game. Spider-Man, right? You're playing it, but you play it all the way until the end. But wait, would you guys want to play it all the way through to the end, or would you just want to know the ending? Be honest. Spider-Man was one of the amazing games. Came out, it was awesome. It was just beautiful. But someone tells you, hey, maybe like I can tell you the ending. You don't have to buy the game. I got you. Don't even waste your money on. And that's not like that's the same with all like the games you play. Like I know you guys just want to straight up like all the useful stuff and everything, but then that wouldn't make Unigiri as much as fun it is. Like if someone gave you all the stuff, it's like the fuck. Like I just got all this stuff. Now what's the point of playing Unigiri? But if you earn it, you're gonna be like, oh dang, like I gotta feel it. You know what I mean? I want to stay here longer and get stronger and get better. I just got this strong by myself. Now what else can I do? Or I got this strong. Now what else can I do? Like that's how it is. My boy just completed. So Seth just completed freaking what, Palace of Rain on hard, Seth?
Yeah.
That's my boy. It's just I just trying to be straightforward with you guys. Like I've been honestly trying to like go like my thing was I was nervous and now I'm at that point where I'm just gonna be straight up with you. Like if you want all the useful tricks and tips, it's like, yeah, I understand. I'll give you like tips on what to do better and everything, and I'll help you get stronger by farming with you some, you know. But like, if you're expecting like the end game and everything, it's like, what's the point of playing the game? Like, try to get through it. Like that's the way games are like meant to be. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough. And if you have horrible luck, then hey, that's where another Bizarrables are in there. Like, a lot of people hate on it. Some people like it. And you know, just throw Bizarrables in there. But if you can't get Bizarrables, then hey, you're gonna have to farm it out. That's what the old days were about. They were all about farming out, man. Farming. There's no time to breathe. Farm. And this isn't probably a good inspirational video. I'm not really an inspirational type. I'm not like trying to be all that, you know, oh this. I'm just trying to be realistic to you guys. I want you to listen to my words and think, you know what I mean? Think, am I actually making good points for you guys? If you don't understand, then talk to me. If you do understand, then feel it, you know what I mean? Don't be one of those people who like feels words at a point in second and just shrugs it off and then keeps on going through the game. Actually listen to my words closely, like very listening to my words and feel and actually understand. Like, do you understand my words? Are you confused? If you're not confused, go with it. Keep on going with the flow. Understand what I mean and push yourself through the game. And maybe that's even maybe it just doesn't have to be about the game. It could be more about just struggles in life. Trust me, I've been through plenty. I've been through a lot, but again, that's probably for another time. Maybe, you know, you guys can just tell me and start talking to me like, hey, I've been wondering what's up, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, what do you mean? Like, tell us a story about, you know, what's like just a little story. I'm like, okay, cool, I got you. I want you guys just to take a second, you know what I mean? And just like quiet down the whole environment. I'll even create one right now. Quiet through the environment. Actually listen. Take a process of what I've just said. And just be like, okay, did you like what you heard? Do you feel? Do you understand? Okay, I did, or I did not. Is there something I could take from that? Okay, yeah, I can. Do I want to become better? Yeah, I do. Do I want to become stronger? Yeah, I do. Do I have any questions asked? Yeah, I do. Are you scared? Nah, I just don't feel like asking it, or maybe I just want to watch, or maybe I just ask them later. Why ask later when I can ask now? What's so important about asking the future when you can ask now? Make the future more better, make the future more grabbable, make the future more, what is it called? It's a word that I wanted to use. More reachable, more, even more tasty. I know it sounds weird, but just even more tasty as you get to that future. You hear this new knowledge, you hear what I have to say, you take it upon yourself to go do something, or just become better, become something special, become the new hope for the next generation. There is no but, ands, or ifs. There's only, okay, I can do it, nothing else. There's only, I want to get to that point. I want to be stronger. I want to be calm. I want to be ready. I'm tired of waiting. I want this now. You ever want something really badly? It's just like, it's right there. Why can I touch it? You've had your mind tell you something and your body tell you something and they're completely opposite? That's just how you in this game is right now. But when you actually keep on going and complete further and further and further, you're like, okay, yup, and it's like you eventually get your mind and body working as one element instead of against each other. And you get to that moment, you'll be able to become one. And you get pushed further. You take one step, you take two steps, and you just keep, it's like walking. But if your mind and body do not work together, it's a horrible experience. You cannot do anything. It's like your right arm, if you tell your right arm to move down, your left hand will hit you in the face. It's just exactly that. That's what's happening when you play this game. But if you actually get yourself composed, you get yourself together, you push yourself, you ask those questions, you do what you're afraid to do, or you do what you feel lazy to do or don't want to do, you become better and special. And my internet just cut off. Whoa. My internet has went down. And my current it's tough. That is tough.
He's talking about a stream. His stream's completely froze.
That's great. Okay. Well, guys. You know what? I'm gonna kind of give you these last couple of minutes. Okay.
Are we gonna cut the stream since it's broke?
Nah. I'm gonna give him these last couple of words and be 100% honest with him.
Alright.
Guys, I've been where you've been. Or, you know what? Let me be 100% honest with you. Let me be the realest person you probably will ever meet. Let's just be real here. I'm not you. I haven't probably been in the same shoes as you. We're two completely different people, of course. But we share one thing in common, probably. This game. We might share more than that, we might share less than that. But at the end of the day, we keep on pushing. You have the human you are human. We both have that human thing where if we want something, or really, really want it, we will go get it. Now I know this sounds like kind of like that's the simplest thing I've ever heard in my life. I know, and I don't care because it's the truth. You're human, I'm human. Anybody you ever heard is human. Whenever you want something, you can go get it. You can chase it. You can seek it. You can actually touch it with your hand. And imagine it. If you want something, imagine that. Imagine it. Behold that. Imagine it so clearly that it's like, it seems real. Eventually, when you imagine yourself doing something, you can do it. When you imagine yourself like feeling that, you can do it. Whenever you imagine yourself having a 105, a weapon, or anything of that caliber, you can achieve it. And I'm telling you this because it is possible. I believe in you. Yes, I did say believe. I accidentally bit my tongue, but we're not going to talk about it. Alright? I believe in you. You should believe in yourself. Stop procrastinating. Stop stopping. Continue. Each breath, each step, each punch. That is a very good quote that I learned. Each step, each punch, each breath, each punch, each step. Exactly just that. So every step you take, let's say 105, every weapon you get, each punch, even breath you get, that's you controlling your character. Take it one step at a time, keep going, keep pushing. My stream has crashed, but I want you guys to remember that. That is a solid thing I've learned. Each step, each punch, each breath, and you keep it pushing. Imagine that you can do it. It is simple. 1, 2, 3. I want you guys to know that if you have any problems, just say get off me. And I'm sorry that the stream cut off. I will fix that internet connection, and I would love to talk to you guys tomorrow. Please comment down anything you guys want to talk about, and I'll do my best. And if you can't reach me by there, reach me in Unigiri, because I'm 24/7 on most of the time. If you can't reach me there, then I will probably put a PSN probably, or something. But I want you guys to know, if you have any questions, I'm here. Get off me. Blah, 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 blah.